4 centuries, baby.
Hello? Let me put me ears in. So I can hear you. Okay. I'm ready to rock and roll. Where is my thing? Oh, I'm an idiot. Can you hear me now? Yeah. Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. Holy fuck, I slept through my alarms again. Fellas, it's Pizza Friday. I would like to announce it is once again Pizza Friday. I already have this. I'd like to try and finish this game today, mayhaps. Mayhaps a Reno. But I want a burger. Make a burger out of pizza. What the fuck is this texture? Holy. What is this gun? Purifier. Purifier. It's the BFG. Oh, what the fuck? There's orbital strikes. What the hell? They are loud. funny. Fuck him! Ledge grab. Oh, this fucking sucks. I hate this. What? Perhaps I got hit by an epic orbital strike of hell? You know, I'm instantly reminded about how terrible the audio balance in this game is. Maximum headache. What the? Doubles ammunition received. Ooh. Ooh, baby. So you guys have any fun weekend plans? No, huh? Eh. Eating? Eating what? That wasn't there before. Wait, she wasn't there before. Just working. Same badge I watched. Bedge? Dude, if. You know you need to turn off the computer when you're starting to replace normal words with the Twitch emote version. Unintentionally. Your friend Lady Ella was abandoned with her limbs ripped, organs extracted, and alive. She was still conscious when her head was torn and thrown away. That's kind of metal, bro. Zoomer lingo. I don't think Zoomers say things like badge. I think it's Twitch lingo. They just say, they just say, chat, is this real? It's so, I can't stand it. I can't take it when someone like outside of Twitch says, chat, hey chat. It makes me want to turn my fucking bowels inside out. Oh, it even applies to when I buy ammo. I got 2 rockets instead of 1. That's big value. We're gonna want to play Zelda a bow or Breath of the Wild. The end of the world. Okay, hold on, I'm getting bullied.
Welcome to the dungeon, Marine. Most unexciting place on Mars.
Oh, I forgot to. Thank you. Thank you for your superior generosity. I gotta open me things. Thanks for the 5 gifted subs and thanks for the 10 gifted subs, Blaster and Toro. Thank you. You have sponsored my pizza. I shall now gain the buff of heart disease. When I hear on God, I feel I want to stab my eyes with broken bottle. Dude, that's real. Dude, that's so real and valid. On God. On God, dude. For real, for real. No, I kind of stopped leaning completely. Because I'm not afraid anymore. No more lean for me. I didn't even try this gun. I'm sure I'll run into big boys. let's... I don't know why I didn't do this earlier. Which one is rocket launcher? 7. Again for the gifted subs, fellas. You are far too generous. I wish the grapple wasn't so unreliable. I would use it more. Legendary streamer, for real, for real. I'm just a relic. That played demo man on Highlander teams. Speedrun uses the grapple a lot. I believe it. It's just sometimes doesn't work. I don't know, maybe it's my keyboard. I never played demo, man. I was a soldier main. I was a soldier main that I played one season as a scout. An off season, so to say, when the whole team shuffled around for fun. Then I played like 2 seasons as medic, and then I quit. That's my TF2 career. I'm primarily a Roma soldier. Still doing like the simplest maze known to man in fucking Act 7. What hat did you use? I forget what it's called. I had 2 hats in rotation. I either used the... God, I don't remember my drip, my soldier drip anymore. It was either the like stack of hats. Which was my primary hat. Or it was the not the gib. I said stack of hats. Gibbers isn't a stack. It was like the top hat and 2 more. It was like 3 hats on top of each other. The towering pillar of hats. Indeed. That was my biz hat. It was either that or it was like the red captain's hat. Whatever that one was. If I was more competitive pilled, I should have just run full vanilla. No hats. No nothing. Mr. Bison ass looking one? Yeah. Those were my 2 hats. You know, I have like 3,600 hours in TF2, and I never owned a unique. Oh, are they called unique hat? What are they called? The ones with the effects. Never had one. Unusual. That's the word. I didn't even own a golden rocket launcher. But I did make like 200 bucks from MVM, so I'll take that. I had some stat tracking guns though. Yeah, same. I probably still have my rocket launcher. I wanted to check my inventory. I never sold everything. I'm trying to remember what jacket I used to wear. I mean, I've played TF2 a few times on stream. I've looked at these. Where's my vintage towering pillar of hats? Wow. Dude, starting at €1.50? Damn. Damn. Where's my rocket launcher? Where's my Gabber launcher? No way I sold it. I can't find it. Then again, there's 2 million items in here. Oh. DraQ's Gabber launcher. How many kills is that? That's a big number. That's 5,000. That's 10. 100,000 no, 105,415 kills. Yeah, I was a soldier, man. Yeah, I was a bit of a soldier, man. I may have shot rockets once or twice. War. MGE most efficient strange farm? Well, I was a competitive player, so I used MGE for its actual intent, which is practicing fighting around Badlands Spire and nothing else. What the hell? I think it's all the way over there. Did you PS German back in the day? No, I'm EU. I did stream Snipe Notch. Those were good times. And as it turns out, he deserved it. No scope. I'll probably order the same pizza I ordered last time. That place was okay. I forget what was on it. I think chicken, chimkin, shroomge. And some meat. Of questionable origin. In fact, maybe I should order it now. I didn't eat anything before I started stream. I just woke up, go online. Sardines. I like sardines. I like little, like, snack-sized fishies. How big are sardines? Like little smoked fishies? Mmm. treat yourself to some luxury bread. So non-bread. I'll probably order some naan as well. Although it wasn't that great from that place. Thought this game was supposed to be kind of nasty. Let me show you something nasty. You like that, you freak? You sicko? It's honestly not that bad. Like... maybe if you're 12 and you've never seen some thighs. Also, every enemy is an anime waifu, and they for some inexplicable reason, when you kill them, they stick out their tongue and make interesting facial expressions. Super gory. I mean, it is pretty gory. Especially if, like, if I die, if I get gored. What the fuck? There's not a lot of normal soldiers in here. I'd show you. Like, you know, I can do this. My blood's going over. Did we finish Cthulhu? No, I flushed it. The last puzzle was too much for me. Dude, they wanted me to fucking find... They wanted me to find northwest, southwest on a block that doesn't have those. That puzzle makes no sense. I'm frustrated. Because you can think of the object as a UV unwrapped box, which doesn't have. It doesn't have those directions. Why do I forget the word now? It's cardinal and what's the word for I know the word. Why do I forget it now? I'm tired. I'm hungry. What's the word for northwest, southwest directions? I forgot. No, it's not. It's, oh yeah, I guess it's ordinal. Why did I think it was something else? Am I dumb? Cardinal is north, south, west, east. That's the primaries. Funny because I spent a lot of time working on a game that was on an isometric grid, and we referred to directions as cardinal and ordinal, and I just forgot. It's funny. Even how after all that, I still forget the words. Well, anyways, a fucking box, a block. It doesn't have ordinal directions, so that puzzle makes no fucking sense whatsoever. I blame it on the fact that it's made by French people. Also, that area just felt... I think that last area just felt like too much. Like, there was too much going on. In terms of figuring out what to do. That was, like, way above anything that was required of you in the game previously. Plus fatigue from it already being like 6-7 hours in. Do you program? Well, if you count scripting events in maps as programming, sure. I'm a level designer. Oh, I'm thinking about that pizza. I gotta order pizza, man. Can I order pizza? Is that okay? Same studio. I haven't worked there in a year. In over a year. It's pizza time. It's pizza time.
You're in this dark, nasty place.
I'm ordering the exact same thing.
Disgusting.
It is okay to have pizza.
Thank you. Can we choose the toppings? No, you're gonna choose like... You're gonna choose something disgusting and vile. And grotesque. Let's see, what's on this pizza? Shroom, chicken, pizza slice. I don't know what meat that is. Who cares? Garlic naan. Boom. Lock it in. Lock the fuck in. Sorry to hear you didn't know. It's fine. It was a year ago. Ordered. Some garlic bread too. Yeah, I got naan. I got garlic naan. Is good. Also, apparently, there's I read a rumored report that the studio who made that Cthulhu game is immediately getting shuttered. Don't you just love being a game dev in current year? It's an awesome field to work in. You don't care about switching companies, can't be that bad. Oh, it's bad. Because previously, if you switched companies after a project, you might be able to actually find another company. Now you can't. Because every big publisher is severing ties and putting all their money into AI instead. And everyone's pulling funding for the same reason, and because they cannot, quote unquote, cannot take risks anymore. It's hell. And then Microsoft. Oh fuck. Microsoft lets 10,000 people go a day. And then you get to compete with all those people in the job interviews. It's hell. Is that game that bad? Right now, it doesn't matter how good your game is that you make. Game bad, you get fired. Game okay, you get fired. Game, the best game ever, sells more than Minecraft. You guessed it, you get fired. Why does no one say fired anymore? At least in game dev, they don't say fired. No one ever says that. It's being let go. You are cooked, dude. Imagine your CEO being one of them young ones with the broccoli haircut. They pull you into the office. Alright, let me keep it real, chat. Fam. You finna be let go. And that's no cap. That's on God, for real, for real. You're fired. And then they make a TikTok out of your exit interview. And then you go home and kill yourself. Mogged. Alright, carries the implication that your job loss was due to gross incompetence or misconduct, I think. That's fair. Where's the key? Mock new Gen Z word. Keep up, Grandpa. The world moves fast. Let's try this gun. This is not a BFG at all. BlizzCon disappoints me. Yeah, game dev is currently not a fun industry to be in. Every year for the past few years, the number of people being let go of their positions has increased. Like, tenfold. And every single veteran of the industry says that it is currently the worst it has ever been. And imagine being a dev in any studio and watching all these news about your fellow men and women getting shut out from studios, no matter. I feel like I talk about this every other stream now. But imagine being one of those people and having to read the news that, you know, your fellow devs have been laid off, no matter how successful their game was, and then you have to keep pretending that that isn't potentially the future for you. It's a crazy amount of stress to carry. Skill issue won't happen to me. Pretty sure there's rockets somewhere in here, but perhaps I can't be asked to look for them. Better news will be generated soon. But only if you can afford the tokens. Some of these enemies, their ambient buzzing sounds like a data center. Have you heard the ambient sound from a data center? It's fucking crazy. It's like it is constant, like insanely loud noise, and there's also wavelengths that you can't hear that cause you literal bodily harm. Guys, I'm glad that we're finally evolving as a species due to AI. But I assume it's a lot of fans. Dude, we should watch the Ben Jordan video about data centers while we eat pizza. The kind of noise that makes you see ghosts. Yeah, and the kind of noise that makes your intestines vibrate. Did I? Oh. No, Ralph is a real... Ralph is a real one. I vouch for Ralph. Ralph is a real G. A double G. A Wiggum, if you will. That's a tank. Your data center's gonna end the world? No. Probably not. But they'll soak up all the resources around them and make Their immediate surrounding unlivable. Reminds me of a video where dude was screaming into the server and it was disrupting read speeds. Is that real? I'm running out of ammo. I mean, I believe it if the sunbeam can flip the bit. You know what I'm worried about? I still have my old computer components just sitting on a table because I've been too lazy to actually swap out my the intestines of my second PC. And I'm worried that they're gonna catch some stray sunbeams. Heard about the plan of some startup to put mini data centers into walls of newly built houses? No, but that sounds fucking horrendous. Fuck that. Where's your head? Something to do with him vibrating HDD discs? That's whack. Ow. Feels like a long level. I mean, ultimately, any of these, any idea related to AI, most of them are not good. They're not with the interest of humans in mind. It's literally just the most evil shit by people who just want to make money and do not care about human lives. Or any lives. Dude, they might like... It's one thing what data centers do to you as a human being. What about animals that actually hear the wavelengths that we don't hear from the data centers? Get LG, nerd. Peter Thiel literally and someone asked if he thinks humanity should survive in general. That person needs to be locked away, frankly. Actual insane person. With a god complex. That person deserves to be locked up inside of a data center. Imagine a padded cell, but it's a data center. Frames. In my job, they implemented the use of AI to your growth in your career. Yeah. Gotta have AI everywhere. We love AI. Is that a rocket heading towards me? I heard Motor Slice has a super in-depth feet-sniffing minigame. Looking forward to the stream. What the hell is Motor Slice? It's a platformer action game with a mid-anime waifu as the protagonist. Motor Slice is kind of like Shadow of the Colossus. Listen, if you don't climb hot anime babes like the Colossi in Shadow of the Colossus, I'm not interested. Evaluate whether we need AI. We won't get AI just for the sake of AI. But think of the shareholder value. Think of the company shareholders' other investments that tie into the AI that they are trying to integrate into your company. Please. Won't anyone think of the shareholders? How are they going to afford the super yacht from Gaben's company? Oh, hey, whoa, whoa, hey, buddy, hey, whoa, hey, whoa, whoa, hey. Who shot me? I dropped a mag. Wow, that did fucking nothing. Pile of poo-poo. You're not a publicly traded company, but you could be. You could, dude, AI, dude. It's the future. Everyone needs to embrace it, like that one clothing company that turned into an AI company. Okay, fine. I'm looking up motor slice. Fine. Fine, you perverts. The shoe one? I think so. Wait, this is a... Wait, I think I saw this. Isn't this a platformer? How is... Wait, what? Are we talking about the same game?
This is Slicer P.
How is this?
My job here is
Dude,
to
this
hunt
is
down
on the...
machines.
This trailer's on the PlayStation channel.
Get in, eliminate the machines, and get out.
I'm not showing you this. This just looks like a platformer. What?
Failure is forbidden.
Okay, there for some reason there's a 2-second clip of her jiggling her titties in this trailer.
Failure is forbidden.
I do not know why. That's crazy, though. You think the executives at Sony played the game? Is my armor broken? Almost. Ah, pizza! Red alert! Hello? Oh. That delivery driver gets minus points. Dude, I checked the box where it says leave at door. And this motherfucker leaves the food at the door. And then they wait by the elevator until I open the door to say thank you. Like, fucker, just leave. Next time they do that, I'm gonna bark at them from behind the door. This place is just full of data center sounds. Does it force you to tip? No, we don't. There's no tipping in Finland. It's not expected. We're a civilized society around here. We don't do that nonsense. There happened to be a mech in here that I can come in. This is a lot of enemies of higher tier. This thing does a lot of damage. No idea what ammo it uses. Tipping is just nonsense. It should be your job as an employee to pay a living wage to your workers. It's not on the customer. Oh, now, why are you down here? Wait, that replaced my... Huh. Alright, I'll try it. I'll try anything once. Biggie, I was 2 health there for a moment. Oops. What is happening in this place? missed both. Am I washed? Has it finally happened?
Have you been through my coffee cup?
My screen is washed. Sag.
Washed and clean. Condition for, oh yeah, 2%. I wonder if it can reach 0. Does it just blow up? So hungry and I have the pizza right next to me. I just want to get to the end of this level. And then we're gonna watch a video about data centers while I eat pizza. Or we could watch a video about a bird that knows how to imitate sounds. I'm gonna go. There was this ye old shoppy somewhere in here. Did you have a workbench? Fug. Let's watch a video about shoe bills. Shoe bills are cool. Especially like when they make the machine gun sound with their beak. And they induce PTSD on grandpa. Okay, we made it. Oh, it's pizza time. Oh. Oh. Okay, let's watch a video. I want to eat some of this food. I have not had anything to eat. Let's see. Alright, so we have two choices. Where's the bird video? Oh, we should totally watch the bird one though. Here's two titles for you. Which one would you rather watch? Data centers behaving like acoustic weapons, or I saved a PNG image to a bird? Come on now. We gotta watch the bird one. It ain't even a choice. It's burb time.
No matter where you live on this planet, you are coexisting with an extremely complex network that has been developing and evolving 500
This has
times
been
longer
Jordan.
than human beings have, and like 3 times longer than primates have. But we're also
It's
used
pizza
to them,
time.
and our brains no longer pay attention to the sounds that they make. But once you actually pay attention and listen to those sounds, holy shit. I'm no stranger to studying how different animal species experience time slower or faster than you or I do, and how that tends to relate to the sounds that they hear and make. But birds are a whole new level of this phenomenon. In this video, I'll be traveling to visit a very intelligent bird that spent his entire life sampling unnatural sounds. Or
Look at
noise
that bird.
pollution, or even parts of human conversations with the reverb and echo included.
Look at that freaky
We'll be
burb.
recording him with a special ultrasonic microphone setup which will allow ornithologists to understand more about how some species of birds can recreate virtually any sound that they hear. I'll even show you how I got this starling to draw a picture of himself with his voice. And to my knowledge, this may technically be the first time anyone has ever stored data in an animal. We'll be analyzing all sorts of amazing and weird bird songs that I've collected, and I'm going to show you how easy and inexpensive it is for you to be able to build a portable device that listens to its surroundings, records sounds, recognizes bird songs, and constantly updates a website so you can know and hear virtually every bird-related thing happening around your home. And there's absolutely no subscription or sign-up necessary. We
Wait,
have
that's
so
cool.
much ground to cover, so let's dive into the hidden
Heard
and
about this?
extremely
Yeah,
weird
I think I
world
linked this
of
on the Discord as well. Holy fuck, I love birds.
Us humans and most mammals have lungs that
Let's
push
go.
air up into the trachea, which directs air up into the larynx. By precisely controlling the airflow, we can push pockets of air through the folds of our vocal cords either slowly or rapidly. And each time these folds open and close, they create a soft tap. The level of muscular control that we have over this is mind-blowing.
gross.
And if you do that 36.71 times per second, you have this. And if someone were incredibly able to do it at 3,729 vocal flap taps per second, you would have this. Then, of course, the muscles in your mouth and throat produce things like vowels. Your tongue and the roof of your mouth produce some of the consonants, and then your lips help with consonants and consonants with explosives like P or F. When most of us think of talking birds, we think of parrots. And parrots are highly social and communicative birds that have evolved a tongue that helps them with speech. But they're not merely just cloning what we do. Saying Polly want a cracker with a beak is a very different workflow than saying it with a human mouth. But other birds, like songbirds, they have a
I'ma be
syrinx,
real.
and this is where things get really
Parrot
crazy.
tongues
The
are
syrinx
gross.
places 2 pairs of muscles on each passage coming out of
Did
the
you
lung.
just skin a
And some
bird?
birds have as many as 14 of these muscles. Songbirds are on the higher end of those muscle numbers, all of which are used to control the pitch of their voice with exceptional precision and speed. They can go from this note
You
to
skinned
this
a pigeon.
note dozens, if not hundreds, sometimes even thousands of times per second. When the speed of this gets fast enough, we start seeing amplitude modulation and frequency modulation between the 2 pockets of air being pushed out of
Yep,
each of the lungs. And you might better recognize these terms from their acronyms, AM and FM, as this is the exact same thing allowing a radio wave to transmit an audio frequency to a receiver. Amplitude modulation, when very quickly changing the volume of my voice, sounds like this. Frequency modulation is even more powerful, which is, as you probably would have guessed, modulating the frequency of a voice. If we take this sine wave and modulate the frequency with another sine wave, we can get some really complicated sounds. In fact, FM synthesis is very familiar to just about anybody due to its vast use in 1980s pop music.
That's Phil Collins.
So that's how a little guy like this, who bit me a whole lot, can make sounds like this. And when we record him with a special microphone that allows us to slow him down significantly without a reduction in audio quality, we get to hear just how insane the syrinx mechanism is. Another fun use of ultrasonic recording is hearing bat sonar. If we use special microphones that can hear up to 192 kilohertz, we can take an otherwise unnotable ambient recording and see this entire hidden world of sounds happening just above the microphone. And then when we slow down the audio by a whole lot, we can hear the sonar fields being constantly barked out by the bats. Scanning. Up, got a detection. Zero it in. Gulp. My first order of business was to figure out what the variety of avian species looked like on my farm here, so I put out some recorders that just monitored various points of the property 24 hours a day, a bird feeder camera, and a small DIY device that records, classifies, and sorts through every single bird song that it hears, and then updates a local web page where I can keep tabs on every tweet and caw that happens around my studio. While that data was being collected, I decided I'd do some field recording down on a Gulf island in Florida where I'd unlock access to a lot of migratory and neotropical birds to expand my ultrasonic recording library. I did manage to get some decent recordings of a willet, a ruddy turnstone, a white ibis, a little egret, which is the species name in my opinion. It's a pretty big egret. Unfortunately, none of these birds really make sounds that are all that ultrasonically interesting. But on my last day, I visited the Seaside Seabird Sanctuary, which had a whole bunch of owls, black-crowned night herons, and on
that's
the
a dog.
Right behind it, I found the highlight of my whole trip to Florida, a bunch of brown pelican nests full of babies. And if you happen to do sound design for horror films, these guys will make your job a whole lot easier. I love it when unsettling and adorable collide in the same creature. Speaking of horror sound effects, if you ever need some zombie sounds, just record laughing gulls in slow motion on your phone. I had a lot more luck in the mountains of North Georgia, as some of the remote wildlife refuges are only accessible by off-road vehicle, which makes noise pollution a lot more scarce. There's so much quartz up here. What you got? Wow, did you somehow take down a deer when I wasn't looking? Cool. There you go. I spent a few more days lugging all this gear around in other remote parts of Georgia before deciding to check on my massive
imagine
bird
going
data
outside.
collection
Couldn't be me.
project still running back home. In my absence, the automated bird recorder and analyzer captured 31 bird species, with quite a few chimney swifts and common grackles, which are quickly declining in population as they slide into the federally recognized endangered species category. It also seems like quite a few members of the quickly dwindling red-headed woodpecker population have taken residence on my land. Neat. But sound-wise, the most interesting birds I found on my property were the eastern towhee, which sometimes uses amplitude modulation in the early swooping part of its song, and the most common bird on my property, other than my chickens, is the northern cardinal. Cardinals have a really consistent, repetitive frequency sweep, and the males seem to show off how large of a range they have, which, by the way, is far more than a full 81-key piano.
I love cardinals.
Then I have some ruby-throated hummingbirds, which is one of the hardest species to capture clear sounds of, not only due to their wing buzzing and humming, but their general skittishness. And they seem to pretty infrequently flex their songwriting skills. And then the tufted titmouse, which doesn't really have much of a song, but it created sort of a vintage camera sound that I'm very used to hearing in the background around my house, but the spectrograph really caught my eye. It seems to be creating as many as 18 pitches at once, very few of which are natural harmonics of the fundamental, and I frankly don't understand how. And this tufted titmouse was very uninteresting.
What's happening?
We're
eating pizza and watching a video about birds.
Any of my cameras, but here in all his glory is my bird feeder camera trap's number 2 customer. If you're wondering who the number 1 customer is, you guessed it. a squirrel and a tufted titmouse fighting over a bird feeder. It's like if you took away Korn's guitars and gave him chainsaws.
A titmouse is a interesting name.
What am I doing? Some birds can mimicry, which allows them to impersonate other birds, and there are a lot of crazy reasons birds do this that vary by species. Take this male northern mockingbird, for example. He's learned as many different songs as he can to show females not only that he's intelligent, but that he's managed to survive for a very long time to be able to pick up so many songs. These complex mixed tapes of songs are also beneficial for territory and defense. Other males may fly into the area and realize that they're outmatched, preventing a physical altercation that might
find a titmouse in the mouse pea
male
again?
mockingbirds and the dudes you see taking selfies at LA
Oh, I found
Fitness are
some
basically
titmouse.
the same organism. On the other hand, and on the other side of the world, when the little tiny
Mice.
brown thornbill feels threatened, she mimics the alarm calls of other bird species to create an atmosphere that larger birds might consider dangerous and worth avoiding. This would be like the little puny kid telling the bully that the cops are on the way the moment he feels threatened. A pretty good tactic. An even more clever mimicry is from cuckoo birds, which are known for being brood parasites.
What's the guy's
Female
name?
cuckoos lay
Ben
eggs in
Jordan.
nests of other species. Then
He has-
once hatched,
his
these
channel is
parasitic
full of
chicks
great
quickly
videos.
mimic the begging calls of the hosts.
Highly recommend.
So it's not only possible, but probable that the robins in my area are raising yellow-billed cuckoo chicks and not realizing it. And I think we just unintentionally figured out exactly where the term cuck originated from. But European starlings, mostly known as a pest and a well-established invasive species here in the United States, is not only among the most skilled mimicriers, but is
like the video
easily
about the
one
sound
of
that
the
gives
most
people headaches.
intelligent bird species there is.
Yeah, we
Crows
would-
seem to get all the credit from us humans.
We
with
were
their
either going to
puzzle-solving
watch the
skills
data
or
center
teamwork,
video
but
or this
I'd
one.
argue that our fascination with crows is not so much about their impressive intelligence, but how we anthropomorphize that intelligence. A bunch of crows working together to solve a puzzle is relatable to us, but starlings are the only species that can flock together and form murmurations.
Look
which
at the
is easily
coloration
one
of that
the most
starling.
incredible phenomena in nature. Let's say that you're a big scary hawk or falcon and you spot a big flock of smaller birds not far away. Sounds like a great meal. But when that flock of birds turns into a gigantic solid shape before your eyes, not only does it make it harder to single out a bird to capture, but the murmuration can actually take the form of a giant monstrous bird itself. We have a lot more to learn about this phenomena, but we do know that murmurations require starlings to have relatively advanced counting skills. When a single starling notices that 7 of the starlings closest to it are flying in a pattern, it will copy the pattern with a slight latency. And then when their other starling neighbors on the other side of them notice this, with 6 more of their neighbors, they'll do the same. And so on. Crows, on the other hand, can only seem to count to 4. And I'm not saying that crows aren't smart, nor am I even arguing that starlings are smarter.
Fucking
I just
idiot
don't think that
crow.
humans are very good at measuring the intelligence of a class of species that have been evolving for well over 150 million years before humans became a thing. But some starlings can do something even more phenomenal to me than participating in crazy flocking patterns. They can effectively record and replay nearly any sound that they hear, and they can do it all with their 2 lungs and syrinx.
Do you think a
When I came across
starling
footage of the mouth,
Do you think a starling could mimic the sound of farting on my roommate's door? Specifically the farting part?
which is the name of this male starling that was rescued and cared for by an artist and animal rescuer by the name of Sarah Tidwell, I needed to know more about what was going on acoustically and neurologically to give this fella such incredible abilities. And it seems like a whole lot of people, and even researchers, have wondered this about starlings without finding too many answers. So I packed up my ultrasonic recording kit and headed to Louisville to hopefully get the mouth comfortable enough to show me and my microphones more about how his singing abilities work. And as a complete wild shot in the dark, I drew a photo of a bird in a spectral synthesizer and put the sound on my phone to play for the starling on the off chance that he'd like the sound enough to add to his vocabulary, which would effectively make himself capable of storing and transmitting image data. That was a pretty tall order, but I had to try it. Just like most humans under the age of 10, the mouth's favorite thing seemed to be his mama's phone. And he seemingly just enjoyed the lock screen, which seems a bit boring to you and I, but the critical fusion flicker
Oh, it's an
frequency
iPad
measurement, or
kid.
the Temporal resolution of a starling isn't exactly known, but other birds in the passerine order can detect light pattern changes above 150 Hz, so it'd be safe to assume that a boring lock screen to you and me looks more like this to a starling. Temporal resolution is also very important when we consider a starling's songs. The higher resolution means that the seconds last much longer to a starling, so imperfections in pitch and time are much more noticeable in bird time.
They
And this is
perceive
exactly
time
why
different?
we're using special ultrasonic microphones in the first place, so we can slow things down and at least hope to understand more about this vocal phenomenon. It turns out luck was on my side, because not long after I got there, this little starling got right to business and quickly showed me how intelligent and experienced he was with his incredible library of songs. But since he was adopted
I
as a
love
baby
birds.
and didn't live a life in the wild,
Can we get
he
a
had
bird?
completely different palette of inspiration. It seemed like his favorite sound was the older shutter sound when you take a picture or a screen grab on an iPhone. A lot of the sounds
That's
were
crazy.
his human family members making the types of noises you would make when adoring a little bird. Let's start by taking a look at his most refined sound, the camera shutter sound, and let's slow it down by nearly 9 times.
Here's the original Apple sound, and here is the starling version. Let's slow down the original one by quite a bit, and it's going to sound a little wonky and dithered because obviously the original UI sound is not ultrasonic. It's probably lower quality for efficiency's sake. The starling emulation of that sample. Wow. That is just so cool, and now I suppose I understand how it's happening with two
crazy
tones,
how
but now I'm even
similar
more
it
amazed
looks.
by the amount of precise control over each of those muscles in the syrinx. Here's a good sequence. I have a puppy here named Gary, and I have to show you a picture of Gary's concern about that sound. Imagine waking up in the middle of the night and just hearing. If you're like listening to this on headphones with loud volume, to turn it down a notch.
The fuck are these sounds, Mom?
This whole area right here is just crazy.
Bro, that's a dinosaur.
I played my bird drawing spectral
That was a
sound few
firework
times,
going
and I did
off.
get a sort of freeze, like he was distracted by it and paid attention, but throughout my visit we didn't hear him clone it or say it. But when I got home, when going through my many gigabytes of starling sounds in this recording session, I noticed a little bird in the spectrogram. At first I thought I was just simply seeing my phone playing sounds
It's the
from starling,
bird!
but this was much later in my visit, and it was combined with another type of vocalization.
If we listen to it at half speed, and then there's this line.
It's the
just sort of randomly
PNG.
going through it, and I'm assuming that maybe that's just sort of, I don't know, like a fundamental frequency to modulate everything else. Here's the original file that I played for it. Original starling recreation. Let's just try and isolate this little mouth part of the beak. Crop it, and now we could see if it's pitch perfect. For the most part, we lost a little bit of precision in the starling song, and he was about 50 to 60 hertz flat. But musically, that means literally nothing up in the 4,000 hertz range.
This little bird successfully learned and emulated the sound in the exact same frequency range that he heard it, effectively transferring about 176 kilobytes of uncompressed information. Hypothetically, if this were an audible file transfer protocol that used a 10:1 data compression ratio, that's nearly 2 megabytes of information per second. While there are a
The
lot
bird
of
could play
caveats and
Doom.
limitations there, the fact that you could set up a speaker in your yard and conceivably store any amount of data in songbirds is f***ing crazy.
We found him on the side of the road as a baby. He was just basically one big hangry mouth. The constant traffic of this train going up and down the road caused this nest to just be in a stressful atmosphere, and
Okay,
that's
but
why
what
he
if-
probably left the nest. His replication of the reverb was something that people before him thought was not possible by anything that could
What if
mimic.
there's
When
spy
it freaks a lot of
applications to
people out when
birds?
They start saying stuff in their voice. It's literally like you've thrown your voice. to
What
the
if
other
you
side of the
store
room and
a
somebody's
sound
over
in
there
a
going,
bird,
"If
and then you
you
get
know,"
it to
it can be
play
very
back
unsettling.
Another
near a
amazing
data
takeaway
center,
from my visit
and
was
then the
Sarah
data
and her
center
family's
blows up?
commitment to helping animals. We tried counting how many animals she was caring for just on that day alone and gave up.
Total amount of animals that you are caring for.
Oh gosh.
What the fuck is that
dogs,
picture?
7
I believe that's the
foster
Mona
cats,
Lisa.
Mama, 3 babies, and then 3 solo kittens. A herd of redfoot tortoises, and then a smaller herd of juvenile redfoots. Chickens, we had a small flock. Neighborhood finds out you have chickens. Around this time of year, everyone's store-bought Tractor Supply coops are starting to fail.
Her and her husband are also extremely talented artists, and their Patreon and art projects help fund their immense efforts to save and enrich the lives of these animals. They make super limited edition shirts, stickers, coloring books that are all printed regionally and locally. And at the very least, you should follow Sarah on YouTube and Instagram simply to get updated on what crazy sounds the mouth is making.
Nothing in this segment is paid promotion. These recommendations are from Ben's personal experience while atop a high horse vehemently refusing to be paid for his time.
Well,
Last year I made a video on acoustic cameras, and after a lot of experience, the go-to
here's the
recommended
tech
tiny, very
nerdy
quiet,
part.
and the stereo mat, $9. I did a whole video hours I've ever spent. It's a portable, headless, ultrasonic recorder that features both open source hardware and software. It could record up
I
to
think that's pretty much it.
24-bit 384 kilohertz with its on.
Bird. Yeah, Ben Jordan is great. Highly recommend. And birds are dope as fuck. Let me switch the category back. Where's the Thai lady's at now? It's her armor. The armor has a little sad face line on it. It's so fucking loud and quiet at the same time. That almost looks like I can pilot that. Oh, hell yeah. Nah. How do I descend? like a Quake 2 stronghold. Knock it down. The Inn Master, Mamma Mia. What the fuck? Has you reviewed the pizza yet? It's pretty good. It's alright. I had a couple of slices. The naan bread, once again, mid. When I eat most of the pizza after like 8 hours of it being in the fridge though. When it really shines. I don't know how to fire these. I have some rockets, but I don't know how to fire them. Oh, this is kind of fucked up. Oh god. I didn't realize it was about to pop. No, the rocket launcher broke. I forgot it was at 2%. It's gone. Oh, fuck. Oh no, oh no, oh no, I fell. It's going downhill. Wow. Nice level, dude. Fuck. That was a shop, but it's like... in a different biome. Yippee! Oh. Oh yeah, my Discord is struggling to load. Based on your time with this game, recommend or not? I think it's fun enough. Like, the gun mechanics are really solid. I mean, how much does this game even cost? There's a lot of game. I think most of the levels are honestly quite whatever. There's some okay ones. Yeah, if it's like $30, it's worth it easily. Like, the combat itself is fun. And that makes up for the not so stellar levels. There's a lot of just very simple Wolfenstein 3D mazes. But there's a few okay levels. So I gotta go use the little gamer's room. Briefly. I will be back. Momentarily. BRB. Wow. Oh. Are they dropping bombs out there? What's happening? How do I open Nanor? Hop in. Something in that corner? That's a fresh tank, just in time. We ride. That thing was melting me. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. We're going down. Well, this tank didn't survive for long. That's kinda bad. Maybe I'll just run. And I'll get lucky and there's another tank. Oh, fuck! That's not happening. This is a somewhat bad situation. This thing's about to blow up as well. But it's better than nothing. I can smell the naan bread. You like that? Uh-oh. This is so annoying, those beams. Huh. I thought it went down easy. My mag! It's about the weak spot. How do I literally never use these? Come on, bud. I won't hurt you. These don't seem to do anything. I don't even have the third. Is Flash 2 the one I had? Yeah. Why is it green over there, but it's blue over here? Armor check. Is it completely broken? as well just buy a new one. Oh. I was ready to pop. Ain't doing anything else with this money. Fuck you. Oh, fuck. I don't know which key I have. Honestly, I can cross this gap without a key. And we're out of here. See ya. Have you ever had a tablet? Yeah, I got a tablet. was that sound? It was so loud. Bro, am I imagining these guys tougher now? Do you recommend Apple or Samsung? I don't. Whatever your budget allows for. Whatever features you want. I don't know shit about tablets. I have an iPad. Which is very nice. But I also hate Apple as a company. I might fucking hit him! I'm gonna repair this. It's starting to struggle. Pinnacle of level design. That was just to get to the boss. Wait. Wasn't this the guy who was at the base? Holy shit. Uh-oh. I don't know how you're supposed to be able to avoid these fucking beams. They're like impossible to see. Out of ammo? I'm out of ammo. I'll just hang around here, I guess. May I? No, I I win. Again. The angles. Them some natural proportions. The great angel of lust. Tea time. And I'm poor. So close. I think I'm done for now, though. I was gonna try and soldier through this in one sitting, but I need to do this in small bites or I get a headache from the sounds. Small little sesh. Next time we'll finish it. We'll finish the fight. GG's. Thanks for hanging out for a bit. See you guys tomorrow. Have a good Friday. Have a good weekend. Peace out.